We're good to go, by the way.
Okay. Hey, everybody. We're
Jesus
doing a
Christ.
podcast today. Yeah, this is a scuffed episode of Detour Head. Every show I have to do on camera is scuffed now. It's such a fucked. I'm in a fucked situation. Okay, I need a monitor. I need to buy a monitor. I got it in my house. Like, I don't need a fucking monitor. What do I need a fucking monitor for? And the answer is so I can do video podcasts. Because I currently am using my TV as a monitor. As you can tell, you can kind of see us in the background a little bit. Um, I got this new PC finally working. This PC that I've been unable to open for 6 months. I forget how much we've talked about that on this show, if at all, but it's been a long-standing story arc on other shows of mine.
Plenty. We've talked about it
Uh,
before.
so I finally got it up and running. So that's cool. It's kind of scuffed. It doesn't work great. It's an old girl and it sat in storage for years, so it's not the best. But it's I'm gonna say close to the best computer I've ever had. Maybe my previous laptop when I first got it was a little better. But it's comparable. No, because that one couldn't quite play Dolphin at full speed without using the shitty encoder that makes the graphics look fucked. So I guess this one is slightly better. But the unfortunate part is because I'm using a TV as a monitor, there's like no way to angle the webcam in a way where it doesn't look terrible. So what I have to do now is I have to put the webcam on my old laptop that is not turned on and is not actually doing anything. So I'm sitting in front of a turned off laptop with the webcam on it. And the TV is behind me, so I can't see Alex. I can't see me. I just can hear and I can talk. I can't even operate the computer. I should have my phone so I could at least operate Discord, but I forgot to grab it and I don't want to get up. So
Why don't you put the TV in front of you?
that would be very hard to do. That would require a whole remodel of how this room works.
Isn't this your room?
Yes, but if I move around all the big shit, then I'm gonna have to clean up all the dirt that's under the big shit.
Oh my god.
And I don't
So
want
you're
to
just
do
fucking
that.
lazy.
Yes, 100% I'm lazy. So now, the fucking Alex could be flipping me off the whole time, doing jerk off motions with her hand to indicate that I am being self indulgent. I won't even know. I won't even know. And also, you'll have to let me know when ring light hours start.
I,
Because
I
I think.
I I think that's not going to be an issue.
Do I look good right now? I looked really dark
You look
on the
fine.
death stream when the sun went down. I tried to use the camera light and it didn't quite work. So now I've got the ring light ready to go.
See, my lighting is actually like perfect right now, and I'm very surprised. So
That's good.
I have to use the ring light, but I'll send you when we're done. I'll send you a picture of the new bedroom setup. It looks completely fucked. I hate it so much. But in terms of in terms of the shit behind me, it actually looks professional. But like if you come into the if you come in the actual bedroom, you're just gonna look at my shit and go, "What the fuck are you doing?" It looks so bad. The computer desk is in the middle of the bedroom, like the middle of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's bad, but I've gotten used to it. I've had almost 30 days to get used to it since I moved it. So, but I mean, my setup looks professional somewhat. I got the podcast over there with the Sonnet shoe. I got a little canvas art for my logo. That's also the art for the business cards that I have. That I actually
Nice,
don't remember
nice.
what happened to them, and I got a little Alola chew sitting behind me. Um, No, this week has been so fucked. I've wanted to quit work like 4 times already.
I mean, I want to quit work every moment that I'm at work, so.
Yeah, but that's normal for you because you don't like working.
Yeah, that's true. Are you a worker? Are you a hard worker over there, Mr. fucking
I was
getting her done?
so my job has a um like a satellite warehouse. Like there's the main
Mm-hmm.
place where we all work, and then there's like a storage warehouse down the street, right?
Sure.
I was given keys to the storage warehouse down the street, which means they trust me, and I don't like that they do.
Nice. Oh, not nice, I guess.
No, it's not nice. That means
Okay.
that they trust me as an employee and that they have
And
eyes
that's
on me
bad?
now.
Oh, okay.
I like to fly under the radar at all the jobs that I do just a good enough job to get the work done and not get bitched at, but not do too much of a job to have any sort of responsibility.
That's fair. That's fair.
I've also in the past month trained 4 new people, so I'm like the trainer for this job now.
Look at you.
I'm not making any more money than I was before, unfortunately. So that's why I'm just like,
Unfortunate.
wow.
That's
I
this fucked like capitalism bullshit when they like promote you but they don't. Like they did this shit to Andrew, and
It's
I would
not even
get
a
like
fucking
so.
promotion. It's literally just expected like, hey, these guys are going to ride around with you. Show them the ropes. And I'm like, "Oh, do I get money?" And they're like, "No. Fuck you."
That's what I'm saying. It's like they're giving you new job functions that would be appropriate for a promotion. Like a trainer is a position that is above a regular employee. But instead, they just give a regular employee the duties of a trainer, and they don't actually promote them. Like they did this to Andrew, and I remember I would be very annoyed when you would explain this to me because fucking gay. He was fucking he was managing like the whole goddamn kitchen and like working like full like 40 hours or more like every fucking week, and also he had to go to college, and also this was at fucking Culver's, the fast food restaurant.
Um yeah, it
like
kind
he's
of
like he's
sucks, but
also like he's also a full-time student, and they're giving him like ridiculous hours, and they're making him be a manager without giving him a pay raise to be a manager.
that's what happened when I was working nights over at Giant Eagle up here, a grocery store chain. Fucking terrible, terrible fucking place.
Yeah, it seems like I've never heard somebody have a retail job and then come out of it and be like, that was pretty good. That's never
See,
happened.
like I just deliver plumbing supplies up here, so like it's once I'm out on the road, it's not that bad, and I actually enjoy like the job itself. I get to drive around and listen to music all day, so like it's not that bad. It's the fact that it takes 3.5 to 4 hours to load my truck up in the morning when it's not supposed to take that fucking long.
Yeah, it happens.
It do be like that sometimes. It is what it is.
Have you seen any whispers on Twitter about how Dick Masterson had an existential crisis this week?
I've not been on Twitter in like a month.
It was really tragic. I don't know if you recall, because I believe this was starting around the time you were still listening. Dick's tinnitus issue. His tinnitus randomly became like insane and like painful, and like he couldn't hear, and there was like stabbing pains in both of his ears. And he was like he spent like a week and a half going to like doctors and shit. Like he was in the fetal position on his bed and just like unable to function. He made this like scare, like he's obviously scared. He makes a post on Patreon and Twitter about how like he doesn't know if maybe the show is over forever and he's never gonna be able to hear again.
Oh my god.
But he was able to make a recovery. I guess maybe it was just allergies. That's the current medical diagnosis, which is insane that allergies can do that to you. But he went to Hackmania and he did fine, and he's done. He did a dick show, and they're doing Biggest Problem tonight, so he's back to it. But it was touch and go for a minute there. He had the fear. That's what the next Dick show was called, Dick on the Fear, and he described that phenomenon where it's like he's his whole life was crumbling before his eyes, and he was just overwhelmed by the fear.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. Right as he's about to have a son, he's about to lose all of his income.
Do we have a name for the kid yet, or no?
I mean, he's still pushing for Donald, but 80s Girl is resisting.
I don't know why you would resist that. Call him the
Yeah,
Don.
no. Yeah, the Don. Yeah, no, I was scared. I thought we were gonna lose him for a second there. The marching of time and the mortality of man.
Yeah, I still have not gotten caught up on Dick Show at all. I can't even
Yeah, I
remember
know.
the last thing I remember at all.
You know, you never will. You've betrayed us.
No, I'm still giving him money every month. Don't worry.
Well, that's true. That's fair.
I'm still
At le-
monetarily supporting him.
at least you're paying your dues.
I'm paying my dues. I might not use any of the money, but it's $5. What's $5?
Yeah, that's fair.
So we've been gone a month.
Yeah.
Almost 23 days. It's been 23 days since our last recording. Sounds like a confession.
I'm just something about this show makes it so I don't want to do it when I'm not at 100%. And I think that does speak to the quality of the program in that, like, if my other shows, it's like whatever. We're doing the issue crew tonight. I was gonna skip, but they asked me to be there, so I'll fucking show up, but I'll do some stupid issue and I'll get out. But with this show, if I'm in a I just want to get in and get out mode, I'm just like I don't even want to do it because this show deserves to be good, I guess. And I guess I just am not in a mental place where I'm capable of that week to week. And I'm gonna try more. you know?
I know I threatened to say that the show will go on. You realize that the show won't happen if you don't show up. You realize that, right?
I mean, I'm okay with you doing episodes without me. I just don't want it to like get away from me, which I suppose the onus is on me and me alone at that point. But
Well, no, that's like the whole conversation I had with you is like you are I'm not kicking you off the show, but I do want to get back to going weekly. If you're not ready to do weekly, that's fine. You can show up whenever you want. I'm not going to ban you from the show. If Riely doesn't show up, Riely doesn't show up. But like if Riely doesn't show up and I don't have a guest, then we don't do show.
then the show doesn't happen, which is why
It's been
you
23
should.
days.
Yeah. You know, you can get a guest. You gotta get with one of my like shittier friends. Well, I mean, Gingy's in that category. You can't get Gingy. He's an easy get.
I already pulled Gingy for something else the other day,
Okay.
so I didn't want to bother him today.
Too much Gingy.
Look, too much Gingy.
I have him on the issue crew, and it's annoying because now his work schedule makes it so he has to leave early fucking every week, and it's like I don't want to kick him off the show because it's like whatever. I guess like, but might as well have him there for some of it. But like, it's annoying.
It's all right. Go find more people to do it. Go hold auditions again.
I did recently unfire Crow Royalty because Demi Gloom quit.
Why did Demi Gloom quit?
Because Demi Gloom quit podcasts.
Altogether, everything?
Yes.
including your guys's whatever it was called.
The trans fat experience, yes, the trans fat experience is no more.
Unfortunate.
We can't. In the endemic doom, we never last. Like, I guess with the except, well, even then, like with the endemic doom, have never lasted anywhere near like this show. Like, I guess the longest would be like largest issue, or maybe issue crew technically. I don't know which was she was on more, but they were both in
What's
like
your
the
longest running
50-ish
show right now?
range. I mean, like, not counting Pixels, which is obviously the
No,
longest running show.
what's your longest running show?
My show, yeah, okay. I mean,
Like, I guess you can count Pixels, but there was a period of time where you quit Pixels, so that doesn't.
yeah, I had a hiatus from Pixels, surely, yes.
Like, 1 or 2 episodes is fine, but you, me, and Penguin missed a lot of episodes. I still have yet to be on since my hiatus. I'm pretty sure I have not been
other than
back.
that, a lot of my older shows are over. Like, I think my longest running one is probably the Issue Crew. Like,
How many episodes do you have?
139 is coming out tomorrow. And we've been doing them consistently every week since we started. We've never missed a week.
Man,
Never
where you
once.
you now I see. Now I get it. I get it.
I've missed
Detour
episodes,
Ahead
though.
was catching up too quickly.
Oh, maybe that's the conspiracy. Yeah.
Because this is 117, right? You said you're on what? 130 what?
139.
Okay, so we're 20 episodes behind?
22. This is 117, right? Or no, what is this?
This is 117, so we're 22 episodes behind. Had we never skipped, we would have been on point with. I'm pretty sure since day one, had we never skipped a week, we would be at par with Issue Crew.
We'd be pretty close. I think when we started doing Detour Ahead, we were only like a couple numbers apart with the Issue Crew.
Well,
Like,
we've missed.
as I put them out week to week, but then we missed a bunch of this show.
You realize
But
we're like 13 weeks behind this year already.
I know.
We've done 9 this will be episode number 10 for 2025, and we're halfway through
We're
May.
almost halfway through the year. Yes. Listen, it happens. Okay.
Look, it wasn't our year.
Let's hope this show doesn't go the way of Pokemon Variety Hour, where you just make less and less episodes a year, and then eventually it will be 0. Not yet. We've put out.
And then
a
your
couple in
co-host and then
2025.
your biggest contributor leaves the Discord.
I did see that. Yes.
Yeah, Penguin told me about it. She's like, I did a thing, and I'm like, what did you do? And she's like, I left PVH. I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy.
I mean, like, that's fucked, but whatever.
I mean, it's
I,
dead though. I know you don't
It's
want to
kind of
admit that
dead.
it's dead.
I can make episodes. I just don't try to do it weekly anymore. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, this would be a fun thing to do.
That's what this
And I
show's.
also-
That's what this
and I-
show's for.
And I also want to finish the top 10 Pokemon thing, which I think we only had like 2 regions left. But you know, she's too good for the show now. I don't know.
She's too good. Maybe she's my replacement.
Maybe.
But I started doing. Speaking of Pokemon, I got so bored these past couple weeks. Really, honestly, like only the past week. I've been so bored that I decided to go put together a living dex in Pokemon Home.
Okay. Wow. What an arduous task to take on because you're bored.
You think that's an arduous task?
Sounds well. I guess maybe if you already have it and you're just organizing it.
So I'm not gonna touch Generation 9. I'm not touching Paldea yet. All right, that's gonna stay because I still do battles with Penguin and stuff. So like I might go and like catch duplicates, but that seems like a lot of work, and I don't want to do that right now. But in terms of generations 1 through 8, I need, of the 898 Pokemon from Bulbasaur all the way to Calyrex, right? Not including Arceus or anything like that. So just generation 1 through 8. I'm missing 35.
So not including mythicals?
No, including mythicals.
Well, then why not Arceus specifically?
No, Legends Arceus.
Oh.
Yeah, not including Legends Arceus, because that's technically a Generation 8 game. But those are also being used in Scarlet Violet for battles right now. So like once I'm done with that, I'll throw them in there.
That's fair.
But I'm missing 35 Pokemon. The real unfortunate thing is it's just random ass Pokemon. So like Lediba, Silcoon, Cascoon, Talo, Skitty, Spinda, and Burmy. Generation 1 is fully complete. Generation 8 is fully complete. I'm missing all of the Ultra Beasts except for Kartana, Blacephalon, and Poipole. I need all the Tapus except for Tapu Fini. I need all the legendaries for Gen 6 except for Xerneas and Zygarde. I need Yveltal, Diancie, Hoopa, and Volcanion. But I can obtain all of these Pokemon and put them into home. Patrat, Watchog, and then the elemental monkeys, Furfrou, Diancie, Hoopa, and Volcanion. They're all locked I'm hoping that they're all locked behind Legend ZA, the new game that's coming out. Because like I know Patrat, Watchog, and the monkeys are in there, and Furfrou's in there, so that covers that. But I'm hoping, you know how Legends Arceus did the like little mini quests for Regigigas, Darkrai, Cresselia, and Shaman?
No.
Well, they did, and they allowed you to go get every Pokemon, like all the mythicals and legendaries in that game that were previously locked behind events.
Oh, nice.
I'm hoping they do the same thing with Diancie, Hoopa, and Volcanion. Because if not, Hoopa will be forever locked, and I can't get Hoopa. I don't know how I'm going to obtain a Magearna or a Genesect. Genesect runs through... Awesome. Genesect runs through Pokemon Go sometimes, so I have it marked as a Pokemon Go encounter. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot that helps you. I forgot you can bring over Pokemon from Go.
Yeah, it took me about 2 hours of resetting passwords and linking different accounts to link my new Pokemon Go account that I created a couple years ago to my current Pokemon home. And I did it. So now every week I'm going to transfer over a lot of Pokemon, and hopefully I can clear out like the Tapus and the Tapus and the Ultra Beast, because I'm not doing Dynamax adventures for that shit. I can't. I don't have it in me to do it. It takes so fucking long to do those. Gingy's like, oh, I'll help you. And I'm like, dude, some of these Pokemon, you need at least 3 human beings playing. And I do not want to have to gather a group up to go do this shit.
You don't like Dynamax adventures? We
no.
could do some Dynamax adventures.
Dynamax adventures are fucking dumb. I hate them so much. Also, the only point
I do prefer regular raids, but I don't mind a Dynamax adventure.
If the only reason to do Dynamax adventure is to go and get the legendary Pokemon. Like, it's the first time that you can get the Tapus and the Ultra Beasts on a Switch game. But like, I'm just gonna transfer them from Pokemon Go, and so I don't have to deal with it.
That's fair.
Genesect is locked in Pokemon Go because I cannot get it in a Switch game. And then Magearna is locked forever. And I have no idea how I'm going to get it, so I got to figure that out. I might have to fuck around on the global trade system on Pokemon Home and see if I can find someone who's stupid enough to give me one.
Oh man, I forgot the GTS is a home thing now. Is the GTS part of the free package a home at least, or do you have to pay for GTS?
Dude, isn't it like $5 a year?
I mean, like whatever. I'll pay for home if I find the need to, but it's just like for the principle of the matter.
That you don't have any money?
I have money. I mean, technically, at this moment, I don't,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah,
will be
that's what I was looking
obtaining
for.
more.
Um,
Technically, at this moment, I have a negative bank account balance, but that won't be the case tomorrow.
why? What are you
Because
buying?
I had a subscription come out that I did not have sufficient funds for.
For what?
For fucking, I don't even remember what it was. Could have been Patreon, could have been YouTube. One of the silly subscriptions I have.
Penguin and I were making fun of you for watching YouTube on your Switch.
Yeah, I know you all have this weird thing where for some reason you're not allowed to watch media on your Nintendo Switch, even though you're allowed to watch media on any other console.
No,
I don't
I
know what it
still shit.
is.
No, you do it on a computer. That's what it's there for.
Yeah, but no, I've seen Penguin watch YouTube on a PlayStation. Nobody makes fun of people for watching YouTube on a PlayStation,
I
but for
can't
some,
see that. I can't see what Penguin does on her PlayStation, so she's immune.
that's true. But nobody cares though. That's the thing. Like maybe this is just Gingy I'm talking about. Maybe the rest of you are more consistently principled. But with Gingy, it's like for some reason there's some particular like spiritual thing about the Switch where it's like specifically the Switch you aren't allowed to watch media on it and you shouldn't be able to. And it's like why? It's like I don't know because it's Nintendo and it's like yeah and
It's just weird
like,
because
what the
like
fuck are you talking about? Why would you
you
want
don't
to not
use
have a functionality?
you don't use your Nintendo system to browse the internet though. It's just it's like faux pas.
I fucking do. The Wii U had the best fucking web browser a console's ever had, and the Switch doesn't even have one. It's fucking tragic. The Wii U web browser was my fucking childhood. You know how much anime I watched on the fucking Wii U web browser, dog?
For shame. For shame.
Because the Wii U because most other consoles, the video player on their on their web browser is either completely fucked or literally you can't watch videos. But the Wii U fucking flawless. It was perfect.
Then go
So
get
you
your
go to
Wii U.
see. I should get my Wii U. I need a new gamepad. I have to
Go
buy a new
watch it on your
gamepad.
Wii U. Don't watch it on Switch. We're gonna make fun of you for it.
Now I watch stuff on my computer because my computer's attached to my TV anyway. But
See, that's
regardless,
the way you're supposed to do it, is attach your computer or laptop to the TV.
there you go. Now I'm living the enlightened lifestyle.
The good thing about this fucked ass room setup is now I can actively leave the Switch where it is and switch and like just exchange HDMI cords between the main TV and the desk TV now.
Oh, I have one HDMI cord that goes around all of my devices. It's quite ghetto. I had a second one. I don't know what happened to it.
You have
But
one all of your devices share one.
yeah, well, I only have 3 devices. It's not like there's fucking 80.
I have I have an HDMI going to the small TV that I have, and I have one super long one going to the big TV. And usually the
Okay,
Switch
so
just
you've
gets
got
connected
multiple
to the
TVs in play.
well, yeah, because like I mean, like I had 3 monitors for the computer. I actively only use 2 now. I disconnected the TV from it so I could play the Switch at my desk, so I don't have to like awkwardly fucking sit and look at the TV, look at the big TV. Also, I got one of those little room divider things that I put behind my TV or put behind my desk to hide everything, which is why the lighting looks very good and not like blasting on my face.
That's good.
So, man, every time I like get home or every time I'm like at work, I'm like, I could start a streaming career at some point. Maybe not a career, but just go home, stream, and then I get home and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen today.
You gotta stream.
And then I just go watch Balatro for
You gotta stream, Alex.
hours on end.
Why don't you just play Balatro and stream it?
Because I'm
Why
not
don't you
good at
be
Balatro.
why don't you be your own Balatro stream?
No, because it's nice to just sit and like after a hard day's work, just come home, grab something to eat and drink, and just sit there and just like zone out for a couple hours.
And it is always tempting to just sit around. I don't stream as often as I should, but I still try to stream. The death stream has been kind of inconsistent lately. It's at a similar state to Detour ahead. And I've been doing a little bit of games. I started Pokemon Coliseum, but the computer tricked me where the first time I played it, it ran flawlessly. But now every time I play it, it sputters and it's annoying and I don't like it. And it's like it's still playable, like it's not undoable, but it's frustrating.
It sounds frustrating. You never responded to the meme that I sent our group chat, by the way.
What the meme about the Nuzlocke that I am cast out from?
We didn't continue without you. You're still able to jump in.
Oh, is that true?
100%.
Okay.
We've been doing our own Scarlet and Violet stuff lately.
The Soul Link, or did you guys fuck that up and now you're doing other stuff?
We turned it into a competitive with fucked ass rules so that we could actually still play the game. If you wipe, you don't restart. You just lose the first Pokemon that died in 20 points, and you have to go again. So, assuming that the first Pokemon that died was one of the ones you were using to beat the game or to beat
You guys seem like extremely unwilling to go with the conceit of how Nuzlocks work.
It's more for fun. Like, if it was for content, it would be official. But this is just so we have something to do. It's to switch up from the mindless hide and seek and baby double battles that we do.
Baby battles.
God, baby battles are so fun. I have a perfect IV Spoink who's got like his defense. I put all of his I maxed out his defense and SpDef EVs, and his IVs are all perfect. So he barely takes any fucking damage whatsoever from any of Penguin's Pokemon. He's got, I don't know what other moves he's got, but I know he has Trailblaze, so he just gets a whole bunch of speed. He's fast and bulky.
Good.
I found out a new thing. I learned how to do egg moves recently.
Oh.
If you want a specific move on a Pokemon, you find a Pokemon with that move, you delete one of the moves on the desired Pokemon, and then you just put a mirror herb on it, and then start a picnic, and then it'll get that move.
Interesting.
The specific example was Contrary Lurantis with superpower.
Oh.
So instead of dropping your stats, it boosts your stats because of Contrary.
Oh, I'm aware of Contrary bullshit. I am a superior player, okay? I understand.
I also baited Penguin in like the dirtiest way possible. I sent out Armor Rouge and immediately Terra'd into the grass type while she had a fire type out, but his ability is Flash Fire.
Oh man.
That's so fucked. It's so funny. You can do the same thing with Baxcalibur. If you do it into you can make him a grass type as well and bait people into hitting you with not even just a grass type. You got to bait. No, you send them out when there's a fire type. Because he's ice, they're going to hit you with a fire type move. You Terra into water, but his ability Thermal Exchange still gives him the boost for getting hit by a fire type move, and it doesn't hurt as much.
I had a thermal exchange with your mom.
Which one?
Ah, shit.
Yeah, you can't. Your mom jokes don't work on me.
How far are we in, by the way? Like 15 minutes?
About.
Wait, really?
No, like almost 40.
Okay. Still not as high as I was hoping, but you scared me for a minute there with being close to 15.
Well, yeah, 36 sounds a lot better now, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. You gave me a better. You softened the blow for me.
Yeah. Penguin, Gingy, and her friend Vivian, who I heard beat you in Pokemon a week or two ago.
Did they? I don't know. I don't know this Vivian person. What's their Discord name?
No, she beat you in draft.
Yeah. What's their Discord name?
I don't know
I don't.
what.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't know. I don't know this Vivian person. So they probably did beat me in draft, considering I've lost almost every match in draft. But
Yeah, but so is she.
I don't know them.
So her first win was against you.
That's pretty funny.
To be fair, Penguin
I
helps her
won
every
round
week,
one. I broke the board early. At least I won't have to say I was completely wiped, and I immediately secured that. But I've lost every match since the first.
Are you even like setting up teams, or are you just bringing the same thing?
For the first couple weeks, I was setting up teams, but now I've reached the malaise where I realize I shouldn't have signed up. I always sign up because I have FOMO, and then I get a week or two into it, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking deal with this shit.
Can't you
And
just
break.
like retire?
But I don't want to inconvenience everyone like that, so I'll just play.
It just counts as a
care.
forfeit.
Yeah,
so
then
whoever's
everybody
supposed
has
to go against
not play. Like everybody wants to have fun. Everybody wants to play Pokemon. I'll play Pokemon. It's just I don't really have the mental capacity to put any effort into planning for it. So I just come in with the same team, and I put up an okay showing. I won one of the rounds last week, so I'm doing okay. I'm not completely a pushover, but I'm pretty close.
Me, Gingy, Vivian, and Penguin last night did one of. Do you remember the thing we did free for all on Scarlet and Violet?
No, I forget. Oh yeah.
Where it's everybody versus everybody.
Yeah.
Where you went and killed Penguin's dogs right off
I
the
did
bat,
kill Penguin's dogs.
mercilessly.
I did mercilessly slaughter Penguin's dogs. That's true.
It was fun. Gingy lost all of them. Gingy didn't get to win at all.
That's really funny.
We did I want to say 3 rounds. I brought Contrary Lurantis. I brought Cheek Pouch Citrus Berry Dedenne. I brought the Flashfire Grass Terra Armor Rouge. Who else did I bring? Oh, Belly Drum Gluttony Citrus Berry Snorlax.
Wow.
So Belly Drum turn 1 takes you down to half, and because of gluttony activates the citrus berry and gets you back up to at least 3/4.
That's pretty good.
There was more. I'd have to load up the Switch. I don't remember, but it was fun. Surprisingly, Vivian won the first one. And then Penguin and I don't remember the order, but I'm pretty sure Penguin won the next one, and then I won the third.
Nice.
So it was fun. I didn't record it or anything like that, just because I'm like, I just want to see if it's gonna make good content, or not even just good content. I just wanted to have fun. I wanted an
And have a
excuse to
good
go
old
through.
time.
Oh, I also brought a Gliscor, which you would have been proud of this set.
True.
You would have been proud of this. My Gliscor had he was poison heal with the toxic orb, obviously, and then he also had fling, so I could toxic somebody else on the
Same.
next turn, and then he was water Terra type with crab hammer.
Solid.
I feel like
Solid.
that. I feel like that's Riely approved, right? Very silly, but
Very interesting. I didn't even know he got crab hammer.
yeah, he gets crab hammer in this generation for some reason.
That's interesting.
I was gonna flying Terra, and I don't even care. I didn't even care about the Terra type. I was gonna just use acrobatics after I use fling, but I'm like, you know what? That's too predictable. Not everybody's gonna go. Not everybody's gonna expect a water type Gliscor with crab hammer.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna be ready.
So that was fun.
I enjoy Gliscor. It's funny. Gliscor is my favorite Pokemon, but like I've had some use effectively of Gliscor in competitive, but I've actually had more use of Gligar. Funnily enough, something about Eevee-like Gligar and just like the tools he has access to as a like stall mon. I really like Gligar in competitive, and it's funny because I like both of them. Obviously, I'm a fan of the whole line, but I definitely prefer Gliscor. But I find myself often, like in draft and stuff, taking Gligar because I enjoy playing with Eevee like Gligar.
It's very silly. We had a lot of fun. Um, Surprisingly, it was not that hard to like round everybody up on a Thursday night.
That's good. Man, you know what I just thought of? Eviolite Bisharp is a thing now. What a fucking tank. That's crazy.
Yeah, but like, why?
What do you mean, yeah, but like, why? You fucking. Bisharp on his own is already like this insane, like, strong glass cannon. And now you, like, make his defense decent, and he can set up and fucking kill you.
Oh, that was the sixth Pokemon I brought. I was loading up the Switch to like actually look it up.
Mm.
It's not like useful at all in competitive, but I thought it was funny. I brought a Sylveon with Draining Kiss and the metronome item.
Ooh, that's interesting.
So the metronome increases it by 20% every time you use it. Every time you use the move. So I just kept pressing Draining Kiss. So stab, Draining Kiss plus 20% every time I use it.
That's actually interesting. I've never thought of Metronome's competitive potential
It's
before.
really funny if you combine the metronome with defense curl rollout.
Oh my god.
So
Holy
each
shit.
rollout already increases its power. I think doesn't it double power every time?
Is it double? Yeah, I think so, actually.
So it's double plus 20% if you use rollout with the metronome. I don't know if it's double, but it's whatever it increases power each time with each consecutive time, and then because it's getting used consecutively, the metronome increases that increase by 20%.
That's insane.
So it's really funny. but I've been
Man,
looking at.
rollout is like such a stressful dice roll for me. As a Nuzlocker, I have now developed this toxic relationship with rollout,
Have
where
you?
sometimes I'll be in a situation where I'm like, oh shit, how am I dealing with this gym? And I'll think in my mind, and I'll be like, well, if I use rollout, and then obviously the devil and the angel pop up on the shoulder, and it's like, well, yeah, that would work in theory, but if anything goes wrong, you're fucked because you're locked the moment you click rollout. So it's this like devil's deal I have to make where I'm like, okay, I think my best bet for this gym is rollout, and then I just have to click rollout and cross my fingers.
Have you continued like this is not me nagging, I'm just curious because I haven't checked in a while. You haven't continued the our X and Y Nuzlocke, right?
I'm not.
You should
Not
get
in a
on
long
that. I do want to
time.
get back to that at some point.
I don't know. I feel like I've lost. I feel like I've officially lost interest. I think I've crossed the Rubicon of probably not gonna happen.
I told you it wasn't gonna happen.
I mean, we all knew you were right.
Oh yeah, because you were like way under in points, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
raped.
do you want to know the point totals for our scuffed stupid Nuzlocke for Penguin and I?
Sure.
Um, so I broke it down this way because I couldn't find anything online. For Scarvio, it's 20 for your rival, specifically Nimona. And then when you defeat a Titan, you get 10 points. Team Star is 20. Um,
Why are Titans only 10?
it's
It's like
good.
some of the hardest fights in the game.
Penguin and I decided that Team Star is harder.
Oh, Team Star is definitely harder, but in the hierarchy, I think it goes Star, Titan, Gym.
Yeah, but gyms are traditionally 30 and 50 for easy hard mode. So
Yeah, fair enough.
legendaries are 20. And then evil team
I
leader,
think it'd be
which would
even
be
more interesting to just like
Cassiopeia.
let you do easy and hard mode for the just to make it 30 and 50 for totems and for gyms and for Team Star, and have hard mode on the table for everything.
That's way too much to manage. That's way too much. We are on Gym 5 PvP right after Larry. The point totals right now are I have 120 and Penguin has 60.
I was gonna be real. I had too little faith in you. I was expecting negative point totals because Scarvio is kind of brutal if you're not prepared.
That's why, look, I wiped twice and lost all my Pokemon to.
I guess you only lose 20 points, but it's like at that point, are you?
Well, you also lose the first Pokemon in your party, to the first Pokemon that dies.
Okay, but the question is, at that point, are you like do you have pride that will allow you to not cheese that, or will you cheese that? Like, if you lost 4 Pokemon in a fight, will you just be like, there goes the other 2, or will you play it through as best you can for the pride of it?
It's pride. It's honor
Okay.
code, basically. Well, because, like, you have to remember, if you wipe, you lose one Pokemon, and you have to go back in and do it again.
That's true, but then you get like a second chance to like plan it better. So that's the scenario I'm seeing in my head.
Well,
If you
the
like,
way I
if
saw
a
it,
fight goes wrong and you lose 4 Pokemon, it's like, oh, oops, there go the other 2. There's nothing I could have done. When in reality, you probably could have.
the way I see it, in a Nuzlocke, usually when you're going up against the gym, you're gonna have that one Pokemon that you're hoping can take it all out, right?
Sure.
That's usually the first Pokemon that dies. So now you have to go back and completely rearrange your entire team to try and figure out how to beat it with basically taking your ace away.
But what if you point switched and saved your ace and then wiped on purpose?
If you say I don't look, you're overthinking this. The first Pokemon that dies and you wipe, you lose one Pokemon and you lose 20 points.
Okay.
It's an honor code thing. We're just trying to have fun.
Okay.
But I'm waiting for Penguin to set up her team. Oh, do you want to know what my team is, by the way? I can load up the game and tell you.
What's your team?
Oh wait, I don't have to load that up. I can just load up the little Nuzlocke tracker I have.
It's like the strategic
Stupid.
one mon TPW. That was something that Violet did for a while. I tried this. I had this failed project called the Grand Nuzlocke World Tour, where the idea was it was going to be this big, large-scale competitive Nuzlocke. And I think we finished Gen 1. I think we might have. No, did we finish Gen 1? No, I don't think we did, actually, unfortunately. Might have gotten close. But there, at one point, Violet, being the little troll she is, she thought about it and she realized, hey, so if you don't lose any additional points for wiping, you only lose the points for the mons that you lose. If you get like a bunch of shitty encounters and you're like fucked, what if you just like purposely wiped with one Pokemon in your party, and then you only lose 20 points? And that was the strategic one mon TPW, which I was insistent that she does not do, and she would just consistently bring it up just to annoy me.
I don't remember what my actual team is for the but I'll read you off the Pokemon that I have access to right now. Skeledeers, Jumpluff, Mabostiff, Serena, Lycanroc. This one was very unfortunate. Rufflet.
Meh.
So I can't touch Rufflet until after, like, basically endgame. Farigiraf, Annihilate, Houndstone, Larvitar, Oranguru, Sandaconda, and Veluza. So I've got decent
Nice.
coverage. Larvitar is very unfortunate because we were looking at encounters, like like what areas spawn what Pokemon at what levels, and we figured out that I forget where I got Larvitar from, but Larvitar,
Larvitar's awesome.
Dalazappa Passage, on the way up the snowy mountain.
Yeah, I don't remember. That's the unfortunate thing about Scarlet and Violet is that the biomes are not memorable.
Yeah,
That's probably
but
for me. Scarlet and Violet is middle of the road, and it'd probably be even higher. Like it's in the middle. Like I rank 4 generations above it and 4 generations below it. But it might be a little higher if it was at all memorable. The region.
I just wish there was a little bit more. But I mean, like, I can't complain. It's a very fun game. I have over 400 hours in it now.
I wish they would do an open world game correctly.
But it's really unfortunate. Larvitar was caught at the level limit of 36. So he can't evolve at all.
Wait, what do you mean? Why not?
I can't
You
evolve
mean
him
this
because the
cycle
level
or in general?
this cycle, the level
Oh,
limit's
okay.
36 and he is 36.
Oh, so you can't, even though he would evolve into Pupitar next level, he can't. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, after this the level cap is 42.
Tyranitar's not till 55, right? So that's probably like right at the end of the game is when that's the level limit.
Um Yeah, because you do the last gym, which is 48, and then you do Team Star Fairy, Tatsugiri, and Team Star Fighting. So we're just gonna switch over. I think we're gonna set level limits for them specifically. I'm not sure yet. We have a ways we have a ways to go before then.
Because they're above the gym. That makes sense. What order are you guys tackling the stuff in? Are you doing the Titan and any relevant Team Star stuff after the gym or before?
We are following nuzlocke.app./game.
Okay.
So it went.
But you were only doing level limits for the gym, so I was curious, were you doing the other stuff that's like the same level before or after?
Okay, so like it goes Titan, Star, then Gym.
Okay, I would think doing it the opposite would be the more convenient way, but
Well, no, because you got to follow like level limits and stuff. Like the level limit for the first gym is 17, but Cloth is at 16, so it makes sense. You don't want to go over.
oh, I thought they were the same.
No, Cloth is 16, Brassius is 17, Bombardier is 20, Giacomo is 21, and then Iono is 24.
Okay, so they're all at least a little different, but some of them are only one level off. Okay, that's probably what I'm thinking of, is that they're one level off.
But like
Which
after
seems very inconvenient.
a little bit, yeah. We're both using the same browser thing, so. But
you're
like
doing PvP only post gyms or post everything?
post gym.
Okay.
But it's best. You would absolutely fucking hate this. It's
What is
best
it?
2 out of 3. Bring 6, pick 4 doubles.
Interesting. I mean, that's what we're doing for drafts, so I'm not. That's not a foreign concept. To
No,
me.
it's not a foreign concept, but for a competitive. Are we doing best 2 of 3?
I do hate doing train 6, bring 4 instead of just doing train 8, bring 6.
We figured
battles.
train 6, bring 4 is a lot easier, especially so we don't have to declare it each time. We can just hop in and see each other's team, see the 6 that we trained up, and then pick 4 from there. It's just, it saves the time of training up 8, declaring them, then picking 6 from the list that you were sent. It doesn't give you a lot more. It gives you a lot less time to like you're in the battle ready to go and you're picking your Pokemon when you see what the other person has brought. That's why it's pick 4, bring 6. So you have to make a split decision right away instead of playing ahead.
Yeah, I guess.
But I want to get back to it at some point. Oh, that fucks with my brightness. There we go. But I want to get back to it. I got to talk to Penguin. See if she'll go train her Pokemon so we can continue playing. But we took a break for it for a while. We gotta hop back on Unite in a bit, maybe. We're almost to an hour. Are you good? Or was there anything else you wanted to talk about? Because that's pretty much like an update on everything I've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything else to say, so.
Plus, it's starting to get dark, so I really want to wrap up before we have to start, so the lighting doesn't get all fucked on either end.
That's fair.
Although the lighting is holding up on my end, but like if I
my end not so much, I presume. I know it's getting kind of dark in here.
You're probably good for like another 15 minutes.
Now what if I do this? Watch this shit, right? Bam.
That didn't change anything.
Alright, watch this shit, right? Bam.
Okay, do it again.
Watch this shit, right? Bam.
That bought you like half hour, buddy.
I really thought that that third one was gonna turn it off. I thought it only had 2 in my mind, so I was getting ready for that hilarious bit. But it actually did have a third setting.
Well, see, I have the light from my main monitor, but like but I also minimized.
I have the ring light. I just don't want to deal with fucking reaching for the remote and like picking the right color and the right setting and shit.
Oh, wait a second. This is the camera that I bought you, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad you're actually using it.
Which it looks good, but I guess the frame rate is fucked, which I don't really notice visually. But the reason why I know it's, I guess, the case is because 100% of the time there's a little yellow exclamation point on Discord warning me that my camera frame rate is fucked, and it just will never go away. So you might have noticed that. I don't know if that bothered your OCD at all, but there's just a little exclamation point on my camera forever. So there you go, guys. Sorry.
Not on my end.
Oh, well, there you go. Good.
I haven't noticed any frame rate drops or anything like that. But all right, it's starting to get dark.
I think it's just running at an uneven frame rate, maybe just like not one like a subtle one, maybe. Maybe Discord's warning threshold is just like any difference from like 30 or 60. Like maybe I'm at like 29 or like 59 right now, and Discord's like, "Hey, dog, you're not quite at the right frame rate."
It's all right. You look good. You looked good this week.
Thank you. Yeah, now that I'm using a computer that works, it doesn't make my CPU explode if I plug the nice camera into it.
I'd suggest finding like a Goodwill. You can usually find some okay computer monitors there.
Yeah, if I get
it might run you up like 30,
part of
40,
me doesn't want
$50.
part of me doesn't want to get a monitor because I know if I have to use the monitor to do the show, I'm gonna just switch back to desk life instead of TV computer life, and I'm not ready to go back.
Look, I'm telling you, you can have both. It's a miracle to have. It's like such a joy.
Not when you don't have a chair with wheels. Then it's very cumbersome.
Does that not spin?
No, I have to. This is a recliner for like a living room. I have to move this every time.
Go to Goodwill. Find one of those spinny recliners.
Can a recliner spinny?
Yes, there are spin
Whoa.
recliners.
Whoa.
You didn't know
Holy
this?
Shit.
Oh my god.
No, that's crazy.
Next week on Detour Ahead, Riley's gonna have wheels on his recliner. He's gonna have spinning rims and like actual car tires on it. It's gonna
Persian
have a motor
racing
and everything.
rims.
All right, I think we're good to wrap up, right?
Yeah, linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe.
linktr.ee/COLOCHU. And we will see you guys next time, whenever that may be.
Yeah. See ya.